Hey guys, I needed to pop in. I needed to pop in and I needed to share something that I think is pretty powerful, and it has been for me. And I think that I'm not alone in what I'm about to share. And so here goes. This morning, today's a home day. It's a Friday, and my girls have school from home. And I know I've shared a lot about that. That's a challenge for me, and I got to be fueled up. Mama's got to be well on home days. And so I get up early and I spent some time just preparing, loving on myself, being kind to myself. And um, they weren't awake yet. And at the end of that time, I picked up my phone and started scrolling Instagram. I'm not super familiar with Instagram. I'm learning it. And so I'm trying to spend a little bit of time on that. Well, today I kept scrolling and I kept scrolling, and I moved in out of the adoption world and into like beautiful homes, beautiful gardens, beautiful children, beautiful clothes, beautiful cars and boats, and beautiful lives, perfect lives, what looked like perfect lives. And I started to feel angry on the inside. I started to feel out of control, literally. And I put my phone down and I moved out of my office and I started like throwing things in the trash, throwing toys in buckets, moving in a very frustrated, angered way through my morning, thinking about all the things that we need to do around here. Our doors need to be finished. We need gutters on the back of our house. And man, there's dead flowers in my pots on my front porch. And just, whoa, like completely out of control on the inside, and trying to fix that with my exterior, with my surroundings. And my husband noticed. Obviously there's no not noticing when I am in this space, and it's a familiar space, unfortunately. But he said, "You're acting strange. What's going on? Do you need to talk about something?" "No, I don't need to talk about anything, but we need to get this and this and this and this done this weekend." And he's like, "Well, okay." And let's make a list, and I got to go. And I'm thinking to myself, no wonder, I wish I could go. I want to go. And he left, and I sat there with myself feeling yucky. I wanted what I saw on Instagram. I still want it. I want it. I want the beautiful, white, perfect kitchen where there's no dishes on the counter. There's no clutter. Everything, pillows are fluffed, and green plants stay green. I want that. And I still want it. But I also was just feeling this rage and jealousy, and I was hating myself for how I was feeling. And I thought of a story. This happened recently, and I'm gonna tell you the story, and then I'll put it back together. But my brother, who I'm very close with, his dog Tucker was tragically killed. They've had Tucker for about 13 years, and he was just so upset about it. And I kept checking in with him every day. "How are you doing? How are you doing?" And he'd cry as soon as we started talking about it. But then he'd say things like, "I know, Tara, you don't really understand this. It's ridiculous because it's just a dog. It's not a person. It's not one of our kids. It's just a dog. And I can't believe how bad I feel about it. I can't believe how sad I am." And then I said, "Well, hey, John, how did it go with the girls when you told the girls what happened?" And they're little, they're my girl's age. And he said, "Well, man, they just sobbed their eyes out. They just cried their eyes out, and for about 20, 30 minutes. And then they got up and they went and played." And I thought about that, and I said, I said, "I think that is so interesting and so affirming to what I am learning to be true." And, as a child, we just are how we are. If we're sad, we're sad. If we're mad, we're mad. If we're jealous, we're jealous. If we're angry, we're angry. And we just let ourselves be that until someone shuts it down and we learn We learn that. We learn how to shut it down. But in this case, because you can be okay with their sadness over your loss of the dog, you allowed them to be sad. And in a few minutes, 30 minutes, hour, whatever it was, they had moved through it. And if it showed up again, they'd be sad and you'd let them be sad and then they'd move through it again. And I thought to myself how my brother wasn't letting himself be sad. And so that story came to me this morning. And I thought, Tara, practice what you preach. And I didn't really know how to do that. I don't really know how to let myself be jealous, because sad's okay, right? But jealousy, like anger and control and rage that you don't have what somebody else has, that doesn't feel okay. But I decided to just practice it. And so I picked up my phone and I started texting in a group text to two of my best friends. I started telling them how I feel. I started telling them how I want what these other people have. And I want my life to look like that. I want to paint my life as beautiful as those pictures looked. And I just got really real. And they're both working. I knew they weren't going to respond. But I just said it all. And it felt good. And then as I was saying it, I started thinking to myself, I know they understand this, because I know they understand it. That's why I shared it with them. So that means that they feel like that. And then I thought, well, how would I receive them telling me all of this? And I thought I would tell them to let themselves feel those feelings. And so I started to let myself feel those feelings. I started to say, I understand jealousy. I do. And I let myself feel jealous, and I let myself feel mad, and I let myself feel the out of control that I feel when my house is a wreck and I have school today. I let myself feel all of that. And at first I said, the first thought was, well, be grateful, shift this to gratefulness, shift it quick, hurry. But I couldn't. And, because that shifting, that demanding myself to shift was just heaping more shame on myself. And I knew I wasn't getting where I wanted to go. So I let myself feel it. I spoke it all out. And then I said, I know you guys feel like this. I know you do. I know a lot of us do. And I am telling you this most remarkable, and you can probably see it in my eyes, because I genuinely started to feel this peace that it's okay. It's okay to feel all of those feelings and to experience all of that. And I did. And I got done texting with them and thanking them and telling them just how much it meant to me to be able to share all that yucky, dirty stuff with them and to know they still loved me. And then I just turned that love back onto myself. And I just said, you know what? It's okay. And this tremendous amount of gratitude started welling up inside me, not for the things I have or the home that I have, although I'm very grateful for, but that I learned how to express my feelings, all of my feelings, shameful, yucky things, and to comfort them. And on the other side of that, I felt so much peace. And I was able to just go over to my girls and get them started on school. And if I had not moved through all of that, I would have brought that controlling, perfectionistic, needing to get things on the exterior perfect, because I felt so crazy on the inside, to them. And it would have been like this domino effect. The whole day would have been under that dark cloud of shame and guilt and self-condemnation. And I didn't. And it feels so good. And so I had to share it. I don't even know how I hooked this microphone up and all this stuff by myself. I have no idea, because Kyle usually does it for me, but I did it and I shared with you, and I feel amazing. And I hope that this helps you. I hope that you can hear what I'm saying, and that you could give yourself permission to be with some of your yucky, shameful feelings today. And I promise you, I looked back at the text and I thought about the time that I walked out of my office feeling so out of control, to the end of that text where I was feeling so grateful for this clarity and this comfort that I was able to offer myself within an hour. All of this happened within an hour. An hour. I'm telling you, it was beautiful. And I could have spent my whole day, it might have even washed over into our weekend. It did it. Yay! So I'm feeling, Mama's feeling well right now. And anyway, I wanted to share that with you. I hope you have a great weekend. I hope you can offer yourself some love and compassion. Share this, because this is important. Like, this is big. Share this with a friend. If it touches you, if you feel it, if you know what I'm talking about, share this with a friend, please. We need to share. We need to be honest. We need to be vulnerable. Use me. Use me. If it's hard for you to be vulnerable and to talk about these things, use me to do it. Anyway, I hope you have a great weekend, and I'll see you soon.